So we're currently here with Chuck Smith, CEO of Dixie Brands, all the way from Colorado. Thank you for coming on the show. How are you today?
I'm doing great, and thanks so much for having me on the show.
Absolutely. And we want to start off for all of our investors who are curious in your company. Who are you? What are you doing? And what are you set to be doing? We're almost in 2019 now, so and in the very near future.
Right. Well, thanks for that. It's a very exciting time here for Dixie Brands. Dixie is really the owner of the #1 portfolio of products in consumer-oriented products in the cannabis industry. We're really split up amongst 3 companies that roll up to Dixie Brands. The THC regulated product line has over 100 products and 13 different product categories or delivery vehicles. And we really manufacture and distribute those currently in 4 states, and by the end of 2019, between 8 and 10 states. We also have 2 other companies that focus on CBD wellness products. Cannabis, which is our pet supplement line, a highly curated, highly effective line of products targeting right now to dogs, but at the end of the year, we'll have a feline product as well. And then finally, Acesso Wellness, which is our CBD supplement platform for humans.
Very interesting, actually. So you've got quite a large portfolio of different products that you're selling. Are you just in Colorado? Are you in multiple states?
Right. So the company's been around for 9 years, and I think that's an important thing for your viewers to know. We've really built over the 9 years a lot of the intellectual property, the foundation for our success. That's standard operating procedures, formulations, and all the things that allow us to actually be capable of delivering a broad portfolio of products. And so, as I mentioned, in the THC business, we're currently in 4 states: Colorado, California, Nevada, and Maryland. And by the end of 2019, our expectation, is to open up another 4 to 6 states here in the U.S. We also are working with our licensed partner up in Canada, Auxly, to bring the Dixie products up to Canada once infused products are legalized in that country. So we're excited about that.
Very nice. And I did not know that you'd been running for 9 years. It's very interesting, actually, because a lot of the companies that have been in the spotlight have been around for 1, 2. I mean, you look at Canopy, it's probably the longest in Canada, if you're speaking about here, 5 years or so. To be 9 years, you really have been in the system for a really long time. I think that says a lot for investors, because that shows that clearly you're not a 1 year and done, or you're not just giving out all this speculative information. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. It sounds like you've already gone through that process, and now you're moving forward as different states legalize and the framework in the United States continues to change.
One of the benefits of being around a long time is that we've been able to see a lot of things and really react to a lot of things. That's why we're so excited about Canada. Even though Canada is not legalized infused products yet, we know we have a broad portfolio ready to go into Canada once the federal government has determined which products are legal or not, and what the regulatory structure is. And as you're probably well aware, the company had filed for a listing on the CSE. And I'm excited to announce that we'll be trading tomorrow, Thursday, our first day of trading. So we're really excited about bringing this company, Dixie Brands, and all the things we've done over the 9 years to a much broader base of investors now, people that maybe weren't as familiar with the cannabis industry, certainly here in the U.S., if they're Canadian, and now they have a chance to see our company and what we're all about, and really go, hopefully, along on the ride with us as we really build this company to the next level.
And that's great to know that you go live tomorrow on the CSE. A couple of our members in our community have been really excited about what you've been doing. They've been following you quite closely. And so I've been hearing them speak about you and watching your company from afar. So it's great to know a little bit more about you now. But it's awesome to know that you're going public tomorrow. What is the ticker that you're going to be using for tomorrow on the CSE?
The ticker is DIXI. And it will have the U symbol because we'll be trading in US dollars. That's where we did our last raise in US dollars, and so we're keeping that currency the same for all our shareholders.
Gotcha. And as for different types of, or why don't we talk about the share structure actually going into this? It's going to be newly traded stock. Is this an RTO? Is this another company, or have you done it straight from scratch? Can you tell a little bit about the share structure of your company?
Yes, it is an RTO. We started this process about 7 months ago. We did an initial raise to really kind of get the company in a position to now go to this level. We then did a pre-RTO raise, which we closed on October 1st. It was a $20 million raise at an $80 million pre-money valuation. This is all US dollars, of course. It was oversubscribed, so we increased the lid on it to $25 million, and we closed that on October 1st. All that was non-brokered at this point, and then we did the RTO, which very successful to get to this point in such a short period of time, and now we'll be trading. The company will be trading somewhere. We did a reverse split or forward split of about 10.5 to 1 to get the trading range down to about $1 a share, and the company, there'll be about 118 million shares outstanding, all in the hands of investors at this point.
Very nice. So around 118 million. And do you know how many shares are held by management team or by insiders that you feel will be in it for the long run?
Yeah, approximately 65% of the stock is held by share management board, employees, and people that as well as strong investors that I think will be in the company for the long haul. I really hope everyone is. Obviously, we need a little float in the marketplace, and we've had some shareholders that have been with us since 2014. I'm excited personally to be able to deliver this company now into the public markets. It gives those shareholders an opportunity if they want to achieve some liquidity on their original investment, but it also allows us to get a lot of new shareholders to come in and really hopefully experience a fun journey with us.
Yeah, and both those things are very important. I mean, I love seeing when original shareholders can be rewarded for believing in a company and having the patience of the company, while also giving an opportunity for new investors to come in. You set a new floor. You always try to plan it so that it's that volume works well, so it doesn't obviously doesn't go down from that. But no, you need to be able to have a situation where you reward original shareholders, especially 2013. They've been with you for a long time. Excited for that to take place. When it comes to the business itself, in the last little while, what are your revenues looking like compared to your other American counterparts? And what do you forecast for next year, if you're able to say?
Yeah, at this point, we're not going to be doing any forward-looking projections until we issue our financials for Q3. Then we'll probably provide some guidance at that point. I would say that the company is is very comparable to some of the other companies that are out there now. The reality is that some of them have a much different story than ours. The big vertically integrated companies, many of those are friends of ours, and certainly I hope they'll all be customers of ours as Dixie begins producing and distributing products in their marketplaces. We're right now focused on getting this company not only public, but really executing on our business plan. And the financing that I mentioned earlier, that fully funds us through 2019 and into early 2020. So we're really looking at the capital markets to take advantage of new opportunities to really create additional growth for the company.
Yeah, I like hearing that as well. Having really being cashed up, being able to work at what you want to build with your company, and not necessarily having to go to a raise right away. That's a good benefit, and it's good to hear. And you're right. A lot of people are looking for new investments as well. It's very, very interesting environment surrounding the cannabis space, where obviously it's very new, especially on the capital markets side. But I've been around for about 5 years investing in it, and a lot of the companies that I invested in when I first started in this space are ones that now a lot of people are looking at and thinking to themselves, have they played their course for right now for appreciation of their stock? That's questionable for some and very understandable for others. But it's nice to see newer entrants come in, where obviously you're not newer because you have been doing this for some time, 9 years you were saying. But as a publicly traded vehicle, you're a newer stock, and people like that. People are excited about that, especially the ones that are doing things properly. A management they can believe in, and different elements that show there's a lot of potential for appreciation of value. I think a lot of new entrants do have a certain advantage in that way, where it's not the same old thing anymore. There's not 500, 600, 700 million shares outstanding. It's, I think you said around 113. That's very reasonable. It's a good mix for liquidity and also not being too much. And yeah, I think there's a lot of interesting elements about your company. Are there different avenues that people can go to learn more after this interview? A website, videos, or something like that?
Yes, they can go to DIXIEelixirs.com, and we have, we're actually, by tomorrow, we'll bring up our investor site as part of that website. There will be videos, obviously news articles, any filings that we make and our reports. All that'll be up on DIXIEelixirs.com. And again, I really do appreciate the opportunity to talk to you and to your investors. We have kind of the best of both worlds here. We are a new entrant, as you said, and I think we are a little bit of a different value proposition because we're entirely focused on being the best CPG company in the industry, entirely focused on controlling manufacturing and distribution across our entire platform. But we also, you know, we've been around for 9 years. Somebody called me an OG. I thought that just stood for old guy. But we certainly have a lot of experience to then leverage to go forward in a positive way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do appreciate your time on here as well, and especially that a lot of investors that we speak to are looking for newer entrants, but ones that have value. I think the day of throwing the dart against the wall and just hitting bullseye each time, that's long gone. I think you really do need to pay attention and look for a company that is established or has established management. But it's just interesting as well is that a lot of people are looking south of the border, which wasn't always the case. I think that narrative has really been changing over the last 4 to 6 months of recognizing that although the global aspect of the United States and of their company still isn't there, it's only a matter of time. It's not a if it's going to happen. I strongly believe it's a when it's going to happen. And we all know, if you know anything about economics, the United States economy, it's kind of big. And there's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of consumers there. So excited to hear your progress. We'd love to have you back on the show in the next little while as you're just about to go public. We'd love to have you as a recap to see how things went, but also what are your plans in the near future. We'll be watching you closely over the next couple of weeks here.
Thank you so much, and I'd love to come back anytime.
Absolutely. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for coming on.